now that we've got my burn story out of the way.
Okay, live and recording.
Woohoo! So basically, we just wanted to get together because we find that at the start of our Juice Plus journey, so many of us, and even as we, Jo, your host, babe, could you mute everybody?
Yeah.
I'll unmute myself.
George, the writer, entirely inside his own head, does he grasp how important it is?
Someone's watching something really interesting on TV. Hey! Okay, cool. So, yeah, at the start of our Juice Plus journey, and even kind of once we are in it for a little while, we get to a stage where we're not too sure what to say to people when we are sharing our story or when we're sharing on an event. And it can get quite daunting. You know, who's ever been stuck in some kind of awkward conversation and someone says, oh, so what is it that you do? And you really want to bring up your opportunity. You really want to bring up what it is that you do because it might be a really good segue to help this person, but you have no idea how to make it work without sounding like a total tool. So we're going to cover all that for you guys tonight on how to really work this in, a little bit of tips to kind of help you feel at ease. And we're going to practice it. So we're going to hopefully get what we call an elevator pitch and also our story that we're going to share on, say, an event. And then we're going to practice them over and over and over until we're absolute top shit at them, which does take practice. Trust me, because I think I bawled for the first probably 4 or 5 times I got asked to share my story. So I didn't get good at it through just magic. I actually had to go and really work on it. So that will be the aim, the outcome for tonight. Hi, Ellie. Hi. Little cute thing. Yeah, so that is our outcome for tonight. We really want to make sure that everybody's feeling confident and comfortable with that. But basically, that is all we really need, isn't it? When we feel confident to be able to do that, we can really rock our Juice Plus business and we can have that little bit of extra confidence that is going to take us to that next level. So I'm going to shoot on over to Jo. I'm going to go and get some aloe vera and then I'm going to come back and I'm excited to kind of get everybody rocking.
No worries. So, hey, 1 second before you disappear, in 20 words or less. So, Katrina, what do you do?
Well, I have an online wellness business where I teach and coach women to make an income from home.
Wonderful.
That's mine.
Awesome. Thank you very much for sharing. Okay.
Sorry, while I'm there, I'll just specifically say, like, if I'm talking to a mum, I'll say that I have an online wellness business where I help and coach mums create an income online. If it's a young lady, I'll say women. You know, if it's somebody in the fitness industry, I'll definitely go into the wellness a little bit more. I just kind of mix and match.
Yeah.
To see what we're up to.
Depending on who you're talking to.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, I'll be back soon.
No worries. So when somebody asks me what I do, I say I'm a lifestyle and wellness coach and I teach and coach people to make an income from home so that they can do whatever they want to do, whether it's work from around their kids, go traveling, save for a house. So that's what I do. Yesterday, I was very naughty and my hubby and I, we went on this amazing wine tour around where we're staying. So I'm sitting on a bus with 8 other people plus the bus driver and everybody's sharing what they do. And yeah, it was just so fantastic because just by having that one little sentence that creates curiosity, that leads into your conversations. So who wants to have a bit of a go? Desi. Sorry, I've got the remote, so I'm picking on people.
I went first last night.
I wasn't on last night. It doesn't count.
Okay, all right.
So Desi, what do you do?
I have an online health and wellness business and I help people to find their true passion in health and fitness.
Very good. Yeah, no, that's enough, just enough. And then usually if you're having conversation, you turn around and go, so what do you do? Like to the other person.
I'm really bad at small talk, Jo, and I stuff it up every single time. People ask me what I do and I tell them and then that's it. And then I'm like, do you like cats? You know, it doesn't occur to me. So much practice at it.
Yeah,
I'm really bad at it.
That's all it is. is practice, but also being conscious, like looking for those opportunities. You know, yesterday we were just going to taste wine and eat amazing gourmet food, and you should see how much we brought back. But you know, by the end of yesterday, I had 3 new Facebook people had put their 3 people had put their names into my Facebook, and I sent out 3 videos this morning, and somebody else just wanted a business card. So, but you know,
Wow.
it's
What did you say? But what did you say?
exactly that. So I work online. I travel around. It helps because I've got Al, who loves to tell people that he's retired and he's my chauffeur. And he goes, I drive Jo around. She's got an online business. And of course, they'll then go, so what do you do? I'm like, I'm a lifestyle and wellness coach. I help people to be able to make an income online from anywhere in the world.
Lifestyle and wellness. I'm writing that down.
Yeah, go for it. Because like some people want that lifestyle. Like obviously I was on a wine tour. People are there for the lifestyle, you know, that's what they want. It was a Wednesday, you know, we're not talking about weekend. We're talking about people who have either made the effort, it was a special occasion, or they, you know, that was their life. There was one retired couple there, that was their life. And so, yeah, just.
Did you mention the words Juice Plus?
No, not at all. So this is our 10 to 20-second elevator pitch. This is just what you say first of all. So after everybody's had a go at this, then we're going to go into what you say next. So say we're at Christmas parties and people go, oh, so how does that work? We're going to cover that next. But first, we just want everybody to have a go. So Mark, you've managed to close down your computer business. You're now working from home. So you've got a different story. So what do you say when people ask you what you do?
Okay. A good example is I had some people come in this morning to pick up a computer that I helped them out with. And they said, oh, yeah, so you're just doing this from home now. And I said, oh, yeah, I just sort of do this to muck around and, you know, got a few business customers that I keep happy, just help friends out and whatever. I said, but most of my money's just coming through my online health business that I'm building up. They're like, oh, righto, what's that about? I said, oh, it's all whole food stuff. If you want, I can add you on Facebook and shoot you through a video that'll send you some more information about it. And that way you'll be able to see all the ins and outs about it. And they're like, oh, righto, cool. So I've added them on Facebook and I'm just waiting for them to accept the friend request. But they basically travel around and they were working on Fraser for a while and now they're back in Rocky. So they're really interested in it. So most people, I try to tell them that, you know, I'm building a online health business that just goes into helping people improve their health through like their lifestyle and what they eat, plus the products that we have. I try not to mention supplements or those words. I just sort of say, you know, we've got a few products and just through the lifestyle that we help teach you to build.
Yep. Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, Rand.
Do I get 10 points?
10 points for you, absolutely.
Yes.
10 points and an aloe vera plant. That's what's going on.
Oh, sweet. I actually got one out of the back. I don't need one of them, sorry.
All right, we're going to go to Miranda because she's got the cutest video screen happening right now.
Oh, gosh. Hello.
Hi.
She's not meant to be speaking, but she can hear everybody talking, so she wants to be in on the conversation.
Let's get Ellie Jo training already.
Hi. Oh, now you're silent. Yeah. I am an online coach. I help teach other mums how to create an income online while creating good vibes and, happiness. That's it, really.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, who wouldn't want to know, like, who's not going to go, so how does that work? How do you do that? Like, that's it. It's about creating interest. And, perfect, Rance. Well done. Okay, who wants to go next? If nobody goes, I get to pick.
I'm going to pick Ashley. Put her on the spot. Make her do it.
Done. Unmuting. Ashley, all yours. What do you do, Ashley? Oh,
we can't hear
We can't hear you. That's better.
Is that
Yep,
right?
all good.
I have an online wellness business that I get to help teach people how to work from home.
Oh, awesome. And you've got that really well timed with the funky music and everything. That's a great one.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Is
hi,
that just-
Desi.
I'm so sorry. I'm not even there.
Yeah. That works well.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, Ash. That's really good. Really intriguing.
I usually just put I have an online business and leave it at that. But I'm trying to put the where I teach people in somewhere.
Yeah. Because that's going to lead to go, it's something that they could be involved with. Like if people are looking for something, that's instantly going to go, oh, she teaches people. Okay. I could have something there.
And sometimes I feel too, if we just leave it at online business, it could be like I make kids clothes or, I do something like that. I think it really does start to get intriguing. Like Joe said, when we mentioned that we help and coach other people to do the same, that's when they start to think,
And people love the idea of not having to do it on their own. Like, to have somebody help and coach them. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So I really, really like that, Ash. Good girl.
All right. Can we go to Tracy? Popping you on the spot, Trace. Oh, trying to unmute. There you go.
Sorry, I had to unmute myself.
No, that's okay. I think I was hitting unmute as you were, so I kept cancelling you out.
Yeah.
So, Tracy, what do you do?
Okay, I say I am an iron wellness coach to help people better their future.
Awesome. So when we're telling
and I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. When we're telling our stories too, you don't have to have it all about your online business. So if you're still currently working, you can say, oh, I'm still doing the same old thing, but what I'm really excited about is I've started as a wellness coach online or, whatever that is. So, yeah. So don't forget to, because it's not all about this. You do have another life, and this is what's going to happen over Christmas parties and catching up with relatives and just day-to-day living, being that genuine and authentic, telling your real story. Yeah, I've still got that same old job, but what I'm really excited about is this online business where I get to help and coach other people, and I'm just loving it. So what do you do?
Yep.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, Annette, would you like to have a go? Okay, can you take yourself off mute?
Come on, Annie, you've got this. You're a great talker.
So, Annette, what do you do?
Well, normally I'm just having a conversation with people lately, and I talk about my little part-time jobs on the side, and I'm also a health and wellness coach online, and I teach other people to do the same.
Awesome. Very good.
Yeah.
So if anybody's interested, they're automatically going to go, oh, you teach.
Well, if they're interested, they'll start a conversation and want to know more.
That's
and
exactly.
usually I try and just give them a link. I ask them if they're on Facebook and send them a link to the things that I send people.
Yep. Yep. Awesome. Okay. Other Tracy Silla, how are you tonight?
Hi Joe, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good.
So, has this come up for you yet? Have you had anybody ask you what you're doing?
I usually say I'm in training to become a health and wellness coach to help others.
Yeah. That's awesome. So people are going to ask you all about that. How does that work? And that leads so easily into, oh, I can send you a video if you like. It's fantastic. I'm really loving it. And that's what it's about, is just getting that video link to them, or if you're the type of person who's got an opportunity group, into that. But for the time being, yes, just the less we can say, the better. So creating that interest and then getting around to sending that video link. So does anybody else want to have a go? Tanya, do you want to have a go?
Hands. Before she's got to scoot off.
Yeah, I was just about to leave, actually. Okay, so normally I just say, hang on, I'll take my earplugs out. You guys hear me?
Yep.
Cool. So normally what I just say is I say that I have a health and wellness business where I help people to be well and create an income online.
Awesome. Very good.
I can't hear you guys very well. Hang on, I have to put my earplugs
No,
back in.
that's okay.
Sorry.
You did well, especially as you're rushing out the door.
Yeah, sorry, I do have to go. Thank you. I hope
No worries.
you're recording this, eh? So
We
I'd
are.
like to
We'll
see the
pop it
rest
up.
of it.
We'll pop it up in
Okay,
Team
thank
Love
you,
for
Jo.
you. No worries.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Simone, are you okay to pop off mute and tell us what you say to people? Because I know you're still working.
Yes, I am, Jo. So my workmates have asked me before what I do, and I said, look, I've just started my health and wellness business where I'm trying to create better health for people while also helping them get fit and healthy.
Awesome. Yep, very good. Well done. So also in that, probably if we can get the wording in there that I teach and coach others to do the same as well, because the fastest way to get to the top in this business is to build a team. So we always want to be looking for those opportunities to be able to say, and I teach and coach others. Because if somebody's looking for another way to, make some extra income, we want to have that verbiage right so that we're leaving the door open. Then they can come to us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, Carlin, are you okay to jump off mute and tell us what you say to people? Maybe not. What about Deb? No? That's okay.
Me.
Oh, yay! How are you, Deb?
Good, thank you. I just tell just say, because I've got a full-time job, I like to just talk to people and just say, I like to, I've got an online business and I like to help promote a healthy lifestyle.
Very good. So that's fantastic. That's going to let people know exactly what you're up to. And the same as with Simone, if you can work up to adding in that last sentence, and I teach and coach others to do the same. That way you're opening the door for people to go, oh, is that something I could do? So always want to leave that opportunity there. All right. So let's
say, Brent, from that. Sorry, darling. Sorry to overtalk on you. I absolutely love all that, guys. I really love them. They're so great. I love that most of you have already thought about it. So you already kind of have a basis of what you're saying. If I can give you any kind of tips, though, throw in the word online income somewhere. Because regardless of where people are at in their life, there's always a need to earn some income online. And it does just create, like, because Jo's going to go into now of what to say next, it does really create some more intrigue. Because, if I'm saying to somebody I have just a wellness business or I'm a health coach and I teach other people to do the same, if they're not in health, they're going to think, oh, okay, it's not really my cup of tea. Whereas if you can generalize and say, I have a wellness business where I teach people to make an income online, or, I have a health business where I teach people to make an income online, that is when it's like, okay, well, I could make income online after I finish work, or I could make income online while I'm staying home with the kids. Like, that's when it really can start to generalize to everyone. Yeah.
Yep, perfect. Thanks, Kat. Okay, so when people, you're having that conversation and you've said what you do, and let's say somebody does say to you, so how does that work? Or can you tell me more? This is where it's so tempting to spew Juice Plus all over them. Like, this is where we just all want to go, blah, 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 blah. I've got these great products and they're capsules and they're fruit and veg in a pill. And no, trust me, you've been there, done that. I'm pretty sure most of us did at the start. It doesn't work. People don't want fruit and veg in a pill, and they don't necessarily want to know about how great all the personal development is and all that sort of stuff. So here, the best thing we can do, that I found anyway, is to tell a story. So you already have a story. I know most people think they don't have a story, but it's just a matter of digging deep and really thinking about it. And that's what we're here to do tonight. So when people ask me, oh, so how does that work? First thing I do is I tell a story. I say, well, actually, I'm a breast cancer survivor. So I've been really interested in health and nutrition for quite some time. But what I really wanted to do was to be able to go traveling. But I could never do that because I was locked in to working from set hours for set dollars. And it was never going to happen. Then I found this online business and everything's changed. In less than 18 months, I've been able to sell up my house. I've now got this beautiful brand new caravan. I'm traveling around Australia. We're headed to Tassie for summer. Like, that's the exact story I told the people one at a time over the wine tour. And people were like, wow, okay, so tell me more. I'm like, oh, it's probably easier if I add you on Facebook and then, you know, I can send you some information. I've done up a little video that explains what we do. I'm like, yeah, absolutely, I want to see that. So it's just a matter of I never once mention Juice Plus. I don't mention fruit and veg. I don't mention exercise. I don't mention our program. It's just a matter of telling your story, why you got into this. So, Mark, I'm going to pick on you again because I know your story. So what would you then say to somebody? And guys, there's no right or wrong. This is practice. So don't feel like this is practice, especially because, you know, we're coming up to the time where people are going to start asking you what it is you do. So after you've told people, Mark, what you're up to, working from home, doing some computers on the side, but loving your online business, and somebody says to you, oh, so how does that work? Tell me more.
I'd have to put my tongue in knots and put my hand behind my back and not say, oh, it's these really cool capsules that do all this awesome stuff for you. But yeah, I could go into how, you know, I've started in this business in January, and I needed to get into something different because, you know, work was killing me, doing 24/7, missing out on the life with my kids. And, you know, as we speak, my 17-year-old, who is my youngest, is about to finish high school, so I've missed, you know, a lot of his life growing up. So this is giving me the time and the financial freedom to follow through on that and actually be able to spend time with the family. And, you know, as my family's older, well, I get to spend time with the grandkids because I missed out on being there for the kids when they were growing up.
Perfect. So how many people is that going to resonate with? How many people out there have missed that time with their kids, have given it away, and suddenly their last child is graduating from high school and they're just like, where did that 20 years go?
Yeah.
That's kind of...
I know everyone's sort of in the same boat because it's very hard when they say, you know, how does that work, or what are the products, or all that sort of stuff. It's very hard to make your mind go off what it feels like on a complete tangent to what the question that they've actually asked. That's the battle that I find, trying to go, okay, no, well, I've got to say this is what I'm doing and this is what I'm excited about, instead of what it feels like is answering their question, which is talking about the Juice Plus capsules.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I know, and I've seen it plenty of times because, you know, when people ask what you're doing and whatever, and a lot of them say, oh, but you're still doing your IT stuff from home. And you go, well, yeah, just sort of part-time. Well, straight away they close off because that's obviously where the money's coming from, not from this crazy online business that you're trying to tell me about.
Yeah.
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 And that's, you know, that's the hurdle, trying to force yourself to do that, I guess.
So I think one of the great things that, and this has come over time, like, you know, I've been doing this for 18 months now, but what we have is absolute gold. We hold the treasure. So when we're having a conversation, we're in control. We get to pick and choose who we share this with. So when people ask, you know, for more information, that's when we can go, you know what, are you on Facebook? And you just hand them your phone. Get them to add their name in, and straight away send them the friend request and screenshot it so you remember who they are. Now, that was a really big key that I got off Adam. Always take a screenshot when you've sent through a friend request, otherwise you forget who on earth you were talking to. So, yeah, send it through, and like, just remember, you've got that gold. So you just go, if you're interested, I can send you some stuff. Like, you don't have to answer their questions there and then. You know, you can be busy. Oh, it's like, oh, I've got to keep going. But, you know, if you want some information, I can send it to you on Facebook. So don't feel pressured, and don't feel like you have to give them, you know, what they're saying. Oh, so what precisely is it, and all that sort of thing. Our events are magic. They do the work. That's the key, and that's the system that Adam and Kira have put in place from day one. If you let the events do the work, and we do minimal talking. Tell your story, but leave, you know, Juice Plus out of it, because the stories are key.
Yep.
Okay. Desi, do you want to go?
No, my story sucks. My story's terrible.
No one's story sucks.
Your story is amazing.
Our
What
bags
about
go
your
last
backpack
tonight.
for kids? What about your backpack for kids that you've just been doing? You know, I say how it gives you time to throw that together.
You tell my story for me, Mark. So I don't know how to put it together.
Okay. Did you listen to Lauren?
I'm a skewer. No,
Do you
I
want me-
tuned out.
Do you want me to get the whiteboard back up? Because I'll do it.
Lauren's
You
jumping
can
on
do it.
here at 8:30, everybody, just so you know.
Well, we better get through all this, Sam.
Quick.
So, Desi, if I was to tell your
we
story,
got plot.
What?
if I was to tell your story, I'm doing some casual teacher work, and I'm working towards building my cattery. But what I'm really excited about is the fact that this online business I'm doing is getting me the extra money so that I can get this cattery up and running. I'm so excited about it.
There you go. You just need to bring Jo with you so that she can say it exactly like that.
This is recorded, so I'll watch that back and I'll write that down word for word. So don't mention the cult.
Don't mention the cult.
You're not allowed to say the C word.
Okay, so I'm doing casual teaching and I'm working towards building a cattery. But what I'm really excited about is my online lifestyle and wellness business.
Mm-hmm.
Coaching business.
Mm-hmm.
Business?
Lifestyle
You
and
say
wellness.
business?
Yeah, it's a business. Online.
Do you say business?
Yep.
You say business?
Well, so I say I'm a lifestyle and wellness coach. That
Coach.
teaches. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Come back to me at the end then and I'll practice it.
Yeah. No worries. Okay, I'm picking on Tracy now. So
again,
yes. All right. So you've had, let's say you've had a conversation with somebody. They've asked you what you're doing. You said, I'm still working, but I've got my online lifestyle and wellness business that I teach and coach others in. And, you know, you've said, what do you do? And they've said their bit, and they go, so tell me more about this online thing. How does it work? What story would you tell?
The main thing that I would probably do, because I'm still learning everything, I would probably ask them if they were on Facebook, send them the friend request, and then send them the video of the products.
Yep. Okay, so to come up with a story for you, why was it that you joined Juice Plus? Why did you say yes when we first started talking and we first, you know, connected through the Facebook ad? Why was it that you decided to join and jump into this online business?
For extra income.
Okay. So I I'm still working at my job. Okay, so what somebody would say, what would you say if somebody said, so tell me more about that. Just that I'm really excited about this online business. I'm loving the extra income because it's going to allow us to, have you guys got a goal?
Head to America in 2020.
That's perfect. So that's what I would say. Night munchkin.
So, yeah. Saying goodnight to my daughter.
So yeah, that's what I would say. So if somebody says, oh, tell me more about that. Oh, that's when you could say, look, I'm absolutely loving it. I found the community amazing. The online income was what I really joined for because we've got a goal of taking the family to America in 2020, and I absolutely love that we're working towards it. If they ask more information,
yep,
that's when you go, look, are you
go
on
to the
Facebook?
Facebook. Yep.
Perfect.
Yep.
Very
See
good.
that? Yep. Awesome.
Yep. Excellent. All right, I'm just going to mute a couple of. All right. Okay, who wants to go next? Who wants to have a try? What would be your story? Annette? Can you take yourself off mute? Thank you.
I'm not even on there.
Oh, there you go.
I was meant to do that and I'm not even there.
All good. Okay, so
yeah, you go.
I was just going to say, so you've had the initial conversation, you know, you've told people that you're working as a lifestyle coach.
Yeah.
And people go, oh, so tell me more about that. What's your story? What's your why did you get into this business?
I decided to join this business because the products made me well again. And I had been unwell for about 10 months and I needed some help, and I had been to the doctors and had tests done and stuff, and they couldn't find anything wrong with me. So I decided to go the holistic way and go through, you know, do the whole foods and try and heal myself that way, and it worked. So I decided it was a great opportunity for me to join the business and help other people get well as well.
Awesome. Very good.
I really wasn't thinking so much about the income to start with. It was more about how excited I was about how I felt after being on the products. And the fact that I'd given up smoking because of the products, that was something I never thought I'd ever do. And 9 days after starting the products, I decided I never wanted to smoke a cigarette again after 30 years.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Have you put that testimonial in the testimonials group?
No.
You should write that up. There are so many, we have so many people that ask us if Juice Plus will help them to stop smoking. You really should write.
Me.
Yeah.
I think that the reason I think it helped me is because I was putting all that goodness into my body, and then when you go and stick a cigarette to your mouth, it's like, what the friggin' hell are we doing this for?
Yeah.
It seems like a waste of time trying to make yourself well and making yourself sick all at the same time. It's just not right.
Yeah.
So, and I felt so much better, and my energy levels were well, and you know, I could go on forever about the products, you know.
Yeah.
But they were. I joined the business because of the products. I didn't join the business for the money, although, well, obviously there was that bonus.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so complete side note, I really think one day you should sit down, write up that story and pop it in the testimonials group. It's amazing. But when we're talking to people on a day-to-day basis, the products are amazing and we know that, but we try and save that story for when they're watching the event. So for you, it sounds like obviously you kind of wanted to share this with other people. Like, was that part of your reasoning behind joining the business?
Yeah, I wanted to help people.
Yeah. So I think for you, like, obviously people know you. I can just tell from only talking to you for a couple of minutes that you're obviously a very heart-driven person and you do want to help people. So I think that's going to come across when you're talking to people. So when people ask you for more information, you know, just saying, look, I found this business online. I've had absolutely amazing results from the program, and I couldn't help but want to share it with other people. The fact that I've now been able to turn this into a business, doing something I love, is amazing. And you're still creating that curiosity.
Yeah. I'm glad you're recording this, because it was amazing, and I'm going to do what Des is doing and write it all down and memorize it with soul and passion.
Yeah, and that's it. Like when you truly feel it, like when I talk about, you know, my breast cancer journey and the fact that, you know, I start talking to people and people then open up and they tell me their cancer stories and their terrible stories. You know, these days I go everywhere with a tissue, because the waterworks just happen, and like because you're in that, you believe it. Like it's part of who you are, and people can see that. And that's when we say your vibe attracts your tribe. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
It really does work. People will go, yes, give me your phone. I want to put my name in there. I want more information.
Yeah.
So
I want that. I'm having a face down moment at the moment. So I'm just jumping on everything and anything to try and pick me back up. But this has been really good.
Oh, I'm glad. Telling your story once you and it's never the same twice. Like, don't think this is a script. Like, it never comes out the same way twice, and it changes depending on who you're talking to, whether you're talking to a bunch of colleagues or relatives or complete strangers. And often when you're talking to complete strangers, that's when it's the best, because you've got no expectations, there's no preconceived ideas, you just tell it the way it is. So and practice it. That's the thing, you know. When you're driving along in your car, turn the music down one day and just think, you know, if I was to meet somebody who was really struggling today and they were to ask me what I would do, what would I say to them?
Yeah.
So just, think about that.
Can I just say, on a side note there, Jo, I absolutely love that you highlighted that, because so many times when we're talking to strangers, we're inside of our own head. Oh my God, what are they going to think of me? Am I going to fuck it up? Am I going to say something wrong? Exactly what Jo just said then. How can I help them? It's all about them. It's all about coming from heart, getting out of your own way, stopping yourself from being your own worst enemy.
And that's been my problem too, is me, and that wasn't why I joined. And for some reason, this is where I'm having my muck up. It's because I'm making it about me, and so I've been talking about.
Can I explain why? Because I see so many of my team do it constantly. It's because you're not loving and serving yourself on your own journey. You're playing the comparison game. So you're thinking someone is better than you, or, you know, you're not moving as quick, or you're not building as many customers, or you're not doing something as someone next to you or someone that you see across the team. And I mean, far out, guys, if you don't think that even still happens to me and Jo, it happens on a daily basis. But the beautiful thing is that we have to understand that in this industry, there's no competition. The only competition that we're creating is inside our own mind. And we need to understand that our journey is our journey, and we fucking rock. You know, we're here. We took the leap to be here. We took the leap to go out and serve. That's our story. That's amazing. We're here because we were in our heart. We just have to learn to get back in there and stay in there.
Can I just say one more thing?
Absolutely.
This might help everybody else. It might not, but it will help me to get it off my chest. And that is, my downline, as you know, is flown by me at 100 miles an hour, and I don't feel like I'm any use to her anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, I get that, Helen.
So that's kind of where I'm at, and I want to be that later, but I feel like I'm the one that's now not there, and I know that kind of makes it all about me, and I'm being a bit of an egotistical bitch right now, but I just don't feel like I'm being the person I should be for my downline. I feel like I should be like you, and you know, but I'm not, and so it's something I need to work on.
I completely understand that, darling, and I know exactly how you feel. I can almost feel it through the screen. But what you have to understand is that the beauty of the game is to bring in people and raise them up. Okay, so what you've done is you've brought in someone and you've raised her up to be an amazing Juice Plus representative. That's something to be proud of. And sometimes people aren't going to need you. Like, look at Jo. Do you think Jo needs me? She is on fire. She's doing so well. And if I wanted to, Desi needs me. She needs me. I'm glad I got her. But that's where I play my strengths, right? Because I know that Jo doesn't need me. She is on fire and she's wonderful. She's kind of been at the stage in her journey where this was a perfect fit. And same with Tans. It was a perfect fit for her. What you need to do, though, is go out there and find all those other beautiful people who do need you to lead them, who do need somebody to sometimes give them a little pat on the back and, you know, a bit of extra love, and need them to guide them because their lives are crazy. You know, that's going to happen. But can I tell you, what you've done is what we all want to happen. We all want to find somebody who gets it and who runs with it. And even though I know that's causing a few issues for you right now, once you get some more frontline, you'll be like, come on, give me another Tans. Give me another Tans, because it's
I'm already asking for another Tans. I mean, I get all of that. I get all of that. And this is almost taking up time of everybody else's. So we can talk about this another time. I just I'm grateful for this night and this what we're doing right now, because it's going to help me bring in another Tan, hopefully.
Absolutely.
Or another Lochner. This is beautiful.
Exactly. And do you know what? They're a reflection of you, Annie. And I know you're thinking that it's holding up time right now, but this is going to be issues that everybody else deals with if they're not already dealing with it. And it does impact your story, because if you're letting that take away your empowerment, if you're letting that feel like a failure because you found somebody who, you know, is doing really well, it impacts on your story. And then that's when your story is going to come from a lower vibration than it should be. And that's when it's not having the total impact that it should be to these people that need you.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I'm starting with rituals, like you were saying, and I'd already posted this morning on my team page about rituals and what do you do to get yourself in alignment for your day and stuff, because I really want to get myself, because I believe that when we're on that, you know, we're in the emotion of being grateful and getting there, we're in the momentum of bringing people in and you know, and because you're on that high and on that buzz, and people want to know what she's smiling about.
Absolutely, darling. And that's I'll chat to you more about this at another time, because I know it'll be something we can go into. But that's where gratitude's amazing, because if you feel love in your heart, you can't feel fear, and comparison's fear, you know, failure's fear, all that kind of stuff is a fear-based emotion. So continue to fill your heart full of love, full of gratitude, full of appreciation, and you'll find that you have less and less time to compare yourself and worry. But anyway, we will love on that at another topic.
I just want to say, Annette, one of the very first things right at the top of my vision board, it's who can I help today? I heard that when I very first started, and when you have that as your focus, like, it's amazing to find a rock star. I found mine with Denise, and like, you know, she's doing her own training, she's off doing her own thing as well. But, you know, there's still 50 other people out there that you haven't found yet that need you. So that's your job now.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. All right. Who wants to have a go next? Who would like to have a practice run? Who's got Christmas parties coming up and they want to nail this?
I can have a go.
Who's that? Tracy? Yay! Go for it, Trace.
Yeah.
So,
I'm excited to reduce my hours at work, doing the night shifts and weekend work, and missing out on spending time with the family, and doing those sort of. I'm currently on night shift now.
Oh, really? You're a good girl for jumping on.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's quiet time, so I'm
awesome. So to craft your story, so, you know, if somebody says, what are you doing? You say, oh, I'm still working my shift work, but I'm really excited about my part-time online business where I get to help and coach others to make an income from home. And they come back and go, oh, tell me more about that. That's when your story is, I am so tired of working all of these crazy hours and missing out on all this time with my family and my kids. I'm just over it and we're not getting ahead financially. So this online business, I can squeeze it in whenever I like, and I get paid every month for the amount of effort I put in. The bonuses are amazing and I'm absolutely loving it. Do you think somebody's going to ask if you say, you know, if you hand them your phone, do you want more information? Send me a friend request on Facebook.
actually, I tried that at Coles a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, how'd you go?
And we just got too busy and couldn't do it.
Yeah, supermarkets can be hard, and people who are already working can be hard because they're looking over their shoulder at the boss. So.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, she was already working too. We were having a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for being brave, Tracy. Ashley, do you want to have a go?
I got some practice left.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Cool. So, because I'm currently traveling, I'm doing seasonal work. I'm really excited to be finishing my seasonal job in January and just working on my online business purely just for myself without any bosses and being able to have the freedom to travel and work on this full time.
Awesome. Oh, very good. So the kind of people that you're going to be talking to are people who are doing similar types of work. I mean, who's not going to want to know about that?
Traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Awesome. Very well done. Tracy, other Tracy. Oh, did we?
I've already had my turn.
Yeah, we already did you. Sorry. People keep moving. The screen keeps moving. I've got everybody on gallery view and it's moving all around.
Yeah, I'm already done.
All right. Rands, have you got your hands full? Literally.
Sorry, I'm trying to come off mute. Sorry, I'm probably making everybody seasick by swinging and juggling and.
No, you're making us clucky. You're making us very clucky.
Sorry, I'm a bit lost with everything that's going on, but I'll give it a crack. I think I know what we're on about. I guess I fell in love with some amazing products. My son was super sick and it really helped him, so it made me want to share it with other people. Just realised I cut my head off. But most importantly, to be able to have this little bundle of joy, I needed to find a second income so that I could steer away from my full-time family daycare job that was running me into the ground. So to do that, I found an online business that has allowed me to create the extra income I needed to step away and choose the hours I work and not work because I have to. So, yeah.
I think every single mum who hears that story is going to be throwing their phones at you going, tell me more. Even when she's wriggly and won't feed, you know, mums want that, you know. There's so many mums out there that are just working full time, putting their kids in daycare, and they're like $40 a week better off at the end of the week. And
it's allowed me to, obviously I'll come back to family daycare, but choose to not work full time.
Yeah.
Definitely supplementing the full time hours to be able to spend more quality time with her and less time running myself into the ground.
That was perfect. Definitely watch that back and rehearse that bit, because that's what every mum wants, not to be running themselves to the ground, having more quality time, plus having the extra income.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks, Jo.
You're welcome. All right. Simone, are you still there?
Hi, Jo. Yeah, I'm still
Hello,
here.
lovely. Okay, so have you got an idea in mind, or would you like some help?
I've got an idea in mind. So I've got, of course, my work Christmas party coming up, so this would probably be really good for that.
Perfect.
So I work part-time hours, but I've recently started my own online business so that I can spend more time with my children.
Very good.
So,
Okay, so somebody comes back and then they then say to you, oh, so tell me more about that. So what's the reason that you decided to jump into this business? What's your big goal? What are you hoping to get out of this?
eventually, we hope to travel.
Yeah. So leaving work?
Yep, leaving work, and I teach the children myself, and we travel Australia.
Awesome. So does that mean what's the plans for hubby? Is he going to do tradie work as you go around, or you want to be able to retire him?
No, well, he's happy with his own business that he does. He wants to be able to pick and choose when we stop and where he does it and all that.
Yep. Awesome. So your story, so somebody asks you, can you tell me, tell me more about that. Tell me more about your online business. That's when you go, well, I am so over looking after other people's kids in family day, in childcare. My hubby and I dream of being able to travel around Australia. I want to be able to homeschool my kids and world school the kids and show them what's out there in this big, amazing world. And to do that, the best way to do that is going to be having an online income. So that's why I love the fact that I get to do this and teach others how to do this. And we're going to be able to travel around Australia one day soon.
I'm going to have to rewatch this.
I should be writing stories or something. So yeah, your story's similar to mine. I just don't have the kids, but yeah. So being able to travel around Australia, that is so many people's dreams. And when you start talking to people on Facebook, social media, just being genuine, that's what you want to do. You're not loving your job anymore. It's okay, but it doesn't light you up. You're not passionate and enthusiastic about it. So yeah.
No, I can't wait for end of year to get rid of a lot of the paperwork for 6 weeks.
Yeah. So, yeah. Awesome.
Thanks, Jo.
No worries. Did we cover anybody? Deb or Carlin, do you guys want to have a chat?
No. Jo, can I just say I think you should make a living just writing out people's stories for them?
No, I can only do it on the spot, and yeah, no. And look, this has taken 18 months, guys. I knew probably from about 5 or 6 weeks in, when I met Katrina for the first time, when we were both on holidays in Bali and we were over there by the pool, the enormity of what we had just done.
And remember, somebody said to us next to the pool, so what do you guys do? And literally it was that moment of, fuck, what do we say?
And we stuffed it up. Seriously, we stuffed it up.
But look, we did all right. We got out of it okay.
I just looked at you and went, you're my upline.
Throw me under the bus.
Absolutely. That's okay, Carlin, no worries. Yeah, so, but when we were there, we were sitting there and I'm like the enormity of it. I didn't necessarily believe it was possible, but that was my what if moment. What if we could travel? What if I could work? And, I got to SDVF sitting beside the pool that night in Bali. Katrina was at Dracula's and I was trying to message her for answers, and she was with her partner in in Dracula's. So I'm messaging Lauren back here in Australia, and it's it was really one of those surreal moments. It's is this really happening? I'm talking to Lauren, who I've only ever met on video calls, and she's helping me, and I've just made money, and one of my family daycare mums has just randomly messaged me saying, yeah, I've run out of my multivitamins, I'm going to try those things you're doing. And it got me to SDVF, which got Katrina to SC while we were in Bali. It was just one of those what if moments. And it's just from there on, you're okay, this is real. This can really happen. So practicing your story is amazing, and you have no idea how many people you are going to help and influence throughout the course of your next couple of years.
Absolutely. I can't agree more. And I can only just recap, Jo has just done a fabulous job tonight, guys. But the only thing I can recap is if you're still feeling frightened or shy, or the thought of sharing your story makes you feel a little bit anxious, practice is the only thing that's going to make it better. And it means you're in your head. If you're in your head, you're dead, aren't you, Loz? You need to move back down into your heart and really come from a place of serving. Because I can tell you, the moment that you get that in your business, the moment that you get, it's not about you, it's about giving other people an opportunity, giving other people hope. That is when your business becomes so much easier and it starts to grow without you even having your hands on it. But fabulous job, everybody. Thank you so much for sharing all your beautiful stories tonight. Now, Loz is just going to wrap up really quickly because we have had an hour training, Loz, but I know you've got some really cool goal-setting tips for us all to take home on how to make this November the best way to absolutely smash through the end of year.
You're on mute, Loz.
I'm on mute, damn it. Just recapping off your story, because that's cool. I never go late night shopping because usually we have an event. But I picked my niece up from school and she wanted to buy my mum something for her birthday, which I paid for. Thank God it was payday. And she was expensive taste at 9 years old, 10 or however old she is. And I ran into like 3 people from school, right? Late night shopping on the Gold Coast, it's always inevitable. And, you know, I could have just gone, oh, you know what? Like, I'm not even going to bother. And like been in my head, and I probably was for the first moment, and gone like, what are they thinking of me? Like, you know, their teachers or whatnot. I'm like, no, what I do is amazing. And what I've achieved is really cool. And so when I had the opportunity to share, you know, like I shared like I normally do, you know, they're like, are you PTing? Because I'm in my gym clothes. And they're like, I'm like, no, I have my online business. You know, I coach people how to create an income from home. And they're like, oh yeah, you do that with Katrina. Hey. And I'm like, of course I do. You watch me on Facebook. I like it. And you know what? Like Krista Hatchett, can you remember her? She's pregnant. Like this was just, you know, some random chick at school. And she's like, actually, you know what? Like life's changed heaps now that I'm being a mum. And, you know, like I might want to look at it. So obviously I have her on Facebook and I might send her something and chat to her. But like I could have had a moment of like, I don't really want these people to know what I'm doing. But that's making it about me. And if you can change anyone's life, should you? Yes. So that was just my take on whatever you guys were talking about. Got on at the last minute. But goals, honestly, setting goals every single month and making sure that something Tony Robbins said really stuck out to me because I never used to do it. And he's like, how can you manage something that you can't measure? And I was like, boom, you know, great call. And being able to measure something, track and measuring it. Because in this business, when I see people give up, I see that either their vision and their why isn't strong enough. Okay. And that's the first thing that needs to be ticked off. And it's going to keep evolving. So keep writing it. You know, I remember Linda telling me a story. And when she first wrote it, she wanted takeout and a cleaner once a week. Okay, and she wanted takeout like once a month, and it was like $300, and that would get her that. And she was going to be like, yes, and I don't have to have a debate about designer jeans, you know. And then it was like, and now, you know, if she kept that vision, would she be where she is now? Hell no. That's an expensive cleaner and a lot of takeout. So really understanding that needs to be continuously evolving. But if you aren't being able to track and measure your goals and setting them, then how will you ever be able to feel accomplished? So many people judge themselves and compare themselves to someone else's goal. And I said this the other day because I had a conversation with someone else in the business that sidelined me. And I said, what did you come into this for? And he said $2,000 a month. And I said, awesome. Was there a time in your business, he's been in a while, that you were making that? And he said, yes. And I said, awesome. What made you want more? And he said, the hype, right? Or my leader wanted an MD for me. I'm like, cool. Drop his expectation because I don't have any expectation of you guys, and pick your own goal and stick to it. And it might evolve and you might want more when you tick that off. But really what you want is up to you, and that's your why and your vision that will keep you in the game. And then every single month, because we are in a month-to-month proposition in Juice Plus, right? Where you end a month is where you are for the whole of the next month. So where you end November, you're going to be paid on the 10th of December. So who wouldn't want to, like, a few extra dollars out of Peter Glennie's pocket and into yours? Right? That's only fair. The dude drinks enough good champagne as it is. He wants to pay you. So why not really go for it and do that? You're going to be paid before Christmas, but really that is going to set you up for where you are all of December and then like every single month. So we're on month-to-month propositions. So really, I guess setting goals so you can measure them. So then you can put a plan in place. So when people don't have a plan, okay, they kind of like have no purpose. So when I see people give up or I see people not on trainings, maybe they don't have a strong enough why or vision, but my guess is they don't have enough purpose around why they're here. They don't have enough purpose about what goal they're after. Therefore, why would you sacrifice time with your kids, time on the couch, zoning out after a long day at work, dedicating your lunchtime to listening to PD, or, dedicating after work and after the school, after the kids are in bed, to working on your business and choosing the desk instead of the couch? Why would you do all this? Because usually people give up or they don't do it because there's no purpose. There's no bigger vision. There's nothing in front of them to go after. There's nothing to chase. There's no, people talk about end of month hustle. I just love it, right? It's usually my, my unorganized heart that loves it more. But really that end of month hustle, it excites me because people have a goal that they said, this is a non-negotiable. This is what I want to achieve. And so having a specific goal, if it's SDVF, if you're brand new, if it's SC, then you can make a plan. So then you're like, okay, I've got this in my business. I need this much more, be it customers, be it team members. Then you can go to work and set intentions every single day in your business. So having a monthly goal, but then tracking and measuring it, if it's day by day, if it's week by week, whatever suits you, whatever floats your boat, but being able to measure it. Because then, so many people get to halfway through the month and they're like, I'm nowhere near my goal, and they throw the paper up in the air and they have a temper tantrum. That used to be me. And then they like, screw it, it's too hard, right? Because there's not enough purpose. Instead of going, okay, I'm going to ask myself a better question, a more quality question, and go, what needs to happen? Who do I need to become? How do I need to grow to be able to achieve this? And really looking at it, the worst word in my vocabulary, logically, right? Looking at it logically. If you have a plan, if you're like, I need 4,000 points to get to SDVF and I only have 1,500, right? I know I need 2,500, my maths. Seriously, Lauren, that's simple. 2,500 points. Therefore, I need 6 customers. Okay, and you can look at it logically with an open mind of like, okay, take a breath, right? This was my non-negotiable goal. What needs to happen to make it happen? This does. Now, how can I do that, right? How can I do that with ease, grace, and flow? Who do I need to follow up? What conversations do I need to have? And ticking off those high-paying activities, which I don't need to go over with you guys because you know them, right? Those growing your network, talking to people, events, sharing your story, right? The hour training that you just did. No one can take that away from you. No one can stand before me and say, that's bullshit, Lauren. And I'd be like, hello, that's what I did, right? No one can say that Jo didn't sell her house and have a caravan and traveling around and this business helped her do that. No one can say, Mark got to pack up business. No one can say Denise and Greg have been able to do what they do. Same with the product. No one can take that away from you, right? Because it's your story. People can shut down science, right? They can shoot it down. They'll always have an argument against it. Whereas with this, with your story, they can't. So every single month having a non-negotiable goal and then tracking and measuring it as you go, right? And always evolving that vision and that why to be able to then go and create what you want and working with your upline. We're not mind readers. If you're stuck or you're challenged by something, then reach out and ask. We're not going to be like, just do it, right? We told you, just do it, right? We might have a little bit of hard ass about us, but we're here to help you, but we don't know unless you ask. So if you're really, challenged by something, ask. If you're challenged by your goal, and having a goal that is a non-negotiable and a goal that is going to stretch you. a goal that is going to stretch you, like open your mind consciously and be like, you know what if that could happen? I know I've got this, right? I see it as done. Yeah, but then I've got this, and then breaking it down. So, you know, if the goal is bigger, once you get to those bigger positions like SSC and QNMD and NMD, they're not going to be month-to-month propositions, right? Unless your name is Brian Marsh, you know, and really, like, you can do that. So it is going to be time. So that's why you break it down and really month to month be able to track and measure it to be able to grow. And if you've got something to focus on and you've got, you know, that vision in front of you and write the goal down, I can't promise you how much more effective it is putting a pen to paper and not just having it on this, right? I have it on my background, but putting pen to paper and putting it in front of you so you can see it, it's so much more beneficial than, you know, I guess just doing it electronically, but you have something to focus on to be able to go towards, okay, instead of always being like, I want out of the pain, but you have some pleasure in front of you and attaching an emotion to that. Attaching an emotion, because emotion creates motion, and motion in this business is action. So the people that are in action, I say, they're the ones that have got a motive behind their why. Okay, it's emotion that creates the action in terms of motion, right? It's a great saying and I love it. And those people that are emotive about what they want, you know, Katrina wanting to take her kids abroad and knowing what that figure looks like and then working towards it in terms of what it looks like in this business, you know, SC, SSC, and being able to tick those off, but then making a plan and a map. Okay, so like I need Google Maps to get me places. I'm pretty okay on the Gold Coast, but anywhere else is bad. But, you know, I need Google Maps so I don't end up off course. You know, you've got people that have gone before you in this business that have already traveled on the roadmap. Yeah, so being able to have a plan. So then going, okay, SC, I need this, this, and this in my business and ticking it off, right? Having a way to be able to tick it off and go towards it. So setting your goals and intentions and then tracking it, whether it's week by week, day by day, you know, not going, I'm going to set a goal at the start of November and then I hope, fingers crossed, it happens, right? And then like getting to the second last day of the month and going, oh my God, I'm nowhere near it, and having that moment of like, I failed. There's always something to learn and grow from. You never fail. You either win or you learn, right, and grow. And so then being okay, you know, like being able to go, I'm not just going to hope and pray. I'm not going to try. I'm actually going to do, right? I'm not going to try. This is a non-negotiable and this is what scares me, right? But then I'm going to be able to track it and you will be off course, and it won't always happen and it won't always be like rosy and rainbows and happen exactly how and when you wanted. But I promise you'd be so much closer. You would have learned so much more, grown so much more of a person, as opposed to if you don't set goals and write them down. Does anyone have any questions? It's like the speediest I've done it. Oh, you're on mute.
Thanks, Loz. That was awesome.
Like one of those dolls, you like turn the thing at the back and then they like run. But mine's
or one of those little jumping monkeys. I used to have them for the daycare kids. They loved them. So, yeah, I think everybody here has already, like, we've been getting people to post their goals and things like that. So, yeah, but just what you said, mapping it out. Like, it's all well and good to have, you know, I want to be SC and on the top commission written on your vision board, but have you mapped it out? And that's what your uplines are all here for you to do. So, yeah. Oh, no worries, Rands. Get Bobba to bed.
There's lots of babies. I'm going to see Jays tomorrow, which is exciting.
Oh, my goodness. Go give that big juicy baby a big cuddle.
There's going to be many selfies.
Yes.
Harper's like, you coming to see me, right? I'm like, yeah.
Yep. Big sister. Got to take care of them.
Just like what Joe said too, like mapping it out and then, but like breaking it down from then even, you know, and I shared this with the other team. It's like the compounding effect. You know, like your check will compound as your business grows. You know, you won't need to worry about qualifying. You won't, you know, if you just really get focused on Thrive and Survive goals, you know, every month, 2 new team, 2 new customers, you know, whatever it is for you.
Sorry, Liz, I teach all my team. We're in a fruit and veg business. We're supposed to have 2 2 fruits and 5 veggies every day. So
Ooh, I
it's
like
2 new
it.
team and 5 new customers every month. That's been my
Love that.
standard goal ever since. I think I heard it on Adam said it like when I first started, and I just thought that's an amazing way to remember it. And he said if you do that, you can smash out NMD in under 2 years. That's it.
Of course.
So if that's your goal, NMD in under 2 years, 2 new team, 5 new customers every month. It's in the bag.
And still, like, obviously getting them started strong is important and things like that. And so many people go, how do I get my team motivated? I'm like, motivated is outward, and you want to be inwardly inspired towards your goals. That's why I obviously always start with the why and the vision and the emotion behind it, and really connecting an emotion to that why. I think, you know, some of the most successful people in this business, you know, their why doesn't need to make you cry. I think that's a shitty saying, you know, because mine never did. I'm like, I want to travel. But
My
there's gotta be
caravan and my life doesn't make me cry.
yeah, I know. Like there's going to be emotion behind it. You know, it doesn't need to be sadness or like tears. It could be joy or elation or love or certainty or, you know, whatever it is. But, you know, having the emotion, but like what Joe said, you know, with the 2 and the 5 is just then, right, not just NMD, but people think, you know, like every person they sign up wants it as much as them. It's not true. Like if you think that, it's just nuts. So many people go, well, I've already got 2 team members. Why am I not SC yet? And I'm like, because they're 80%ers. 80% of your business, right, will have 3 to 7 customers, and they'll be cool with that, right? And they'll get their product a bit cheaper, and they might want more in the end, or, you know, times will change or life circumstances will change and they'll want more. But right now, that's what they're happy with. That's why that goal chat is so important, because it's like, what would you like from this? You know, what do you want this to be? And so getting and understanding that, because then, you know, you're going to love on them and help them, but, you know, they might not get your one-on-one attention as much as, you know, someone that really wants to run with this and do that. And that's not from a like favoritism perspective, that's guarding your time, right? Your time is your biggest commodity, and building a business the smart way is just, you know, where are people at? And you're not going to spend one-on-one time with someone that just wants to, you know, share it with a few people and happy doing that. And you know what? It's relief of them too, going, oh, okay, there's no expectation of me in this business. I can do as I please, go at my own pace, you know, and join the community that way. So really, it is a numbers game. So, you know, to find that one rock star, right, over and over again, you got to share it with like 5, 7 people, you know, and then you might find one person that really wants it. You might find 5, who knows, right? I look at Andrea Miller, if she's on here, like 4 out.
She's amazing.
You know, 4 people out. I'm sorry, you don't get 100% in this business. Like, who does that? 4 people that got to SDVF and 4 that qualified.
Now you know why I'm going to Tassie. Figure out what she's up to.
She's amazing. So, you know, but that doesn't happen for everyone. So really understand that. But then it's about the duplication. It's really like I can look at anyone's reports and be like, you know, you might be great at recruiting, but why is it not going any further? You know, is it that they don't really want to go any further, that they don't want to share this business, but what is it about it, you know, that they're not growing? And, you know, that, so I can see if anyone's reports, you know, where people might be, I guess, challenged, you know, whether it's through customers, whether it's through, you know, team members, whether it's due duplication and teaching, you know, whatever it is, but it's a numbers game. So if, like Joe said, you know, 2 and 5, 2 new team, 5 new customers every single month, if you had that mentality, you'd be really having a booming business, because it really is about producing those numbers through your team. And again, you don't become that focused without goal setting.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Loz.
Lovelies.
Thank you
Nice.
to all of our New Zealand people. It must be midnight there. You guys are legends. Alrighty, guys. Thank you everyone who shared tonight, and Loz for popping on. I will upload this to YouTube, if not tonight, tomorrow, because I'm in New South Wales and it's 10 o'clock here too. So, yeah, thanks, guys, for everything. You're amazing.
Thank you.
Night.